Welcome back. Okay, so we have a new show alert. All right, Tyler Perry has another series that is on Netflix. Okay, so we're gonna get into the first episode and what it's about. All right, I don't know how many people are interested in Tyler Perry shows because like I've been watching Tyler Perry stuff since back when all the plays were coming out, right? And the Bad Wigs and all of that. I had started watching Sisters, but I fell off. But I was able to figure out how he was getting into like that soap opera cliffhanging, drag everything out per episode. And when I watched, what was the last Divorce in Black? He's really getting really good at putting like outrageous events inside of his productions, right? So anyway, all that with a grain of salt, we're gonna review this installment of Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. All right, it is on Netflix. The first season, I believe, is already uploaded. I watched a couple of episodes, but we're only going to talk about episode 1. I'm going to give you the synopsis of what it's about and what kind of is going on right now in the beginning, right? So you can see where it's going to go. But first, let's go to Netflix.com and just read a little bit about the synopsis of this, right? So I have it over here. So it says Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. It's a Netflix drama series, okay? And it reads, a stripper's fate takes a turn when she crosses paths with the wealthy, dysfunctional family behind a cosmetics dynasty and a devious trafficking scheme, all right? So it already sounds like a lot is going to be going on. Now, it's a bunch of people in here. For all my people who watch Tyler Perry's plays and stuff like that, Terrell Carter is in here. And if you don't know who Terrell Carter is, you'll just have to Google him, but he used to be in Tyler Perry's play. He was in a bunch of Tyler Perry plays and probably a few of his movies or whatever, and he could sing, okay? There's just a bunch of actors who have been in his past productions that are in this. But he also has some relevant actors as well, just like he did in Divorce in Black. He has some great relevant actors in that. There's relevant actors in this too. Debbie Morgan is in this, okay? She plays one of the crucial characters in this, okay? There are a lot of people in this cast, all right? So maybe I'll go over that in another video, but it was enough for me to want to watch, all right? The stars of this series are going to be Taylor Polidor Williams, Crystal Stewart, and Amber Rain Smith. And like I said, these girls were in some of his other productions, okay? Okay, so I also went on IMDb because I wanted to get a little bit more information about this series. Their synopsis reads, 2 women with contrasting lives become connected. One fights for survival after her mother forces her out, while the other runs a prosperous company. Okay, so that is a very good synopsis, especially now that I've watched a couple of episodes. Okay, so we're going to talk about episode 1 is called Make It Rain, all right? And so one of the characters' names is Rain. Now, Kimmy has been on her own since her mother put her out. Her mother did choose a man over her daughter. She actually put her out. But then you have Mallory, who has been in this family's life for a while. She started dating her husband at 16, and she basically married into the family that created this huge hair care dynasty. So Kimmy and her friend Rain, right? They're dancers, but they have 2 different mindsets, okay? Kimmy has applied for a scholarship actually with the foundation that Mallory is doing with her hair care company, right? They give out scholarships and Kimmy actually applied for one. And then Rain kind of believes that all she'll ever be is a hoe. So that's her mindset. So there's a part where Kimmy is trying to see who the recipient of the scholarship is. She's trying to see before she goes to work, and Rain is like, look, I'm gonna go to work because I know we're gonna get money there. You don't even know if you're gonna win the scholarship, right? So that's the part where she tells Kimmy that all she believes is that she's always gonna be a hoe. And you could tell Kimmy kind of looked at her like, girl, is that what you really think? So right there we see that their mindsets differ, okay? Even though they're both working at the club, Kimmy really, really wants to find another way out. Now, on the other hand, Rain wants to get this back alley butt job, all right? And she did say butt and boob job. But in the first episode, it looks like she only got a butt job. But anyway, the back alley doctor that's coming to do this butt job is T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison plays this role. Okay, I told y'all it was a lot of people in this series. All right, there's a girl, I think her name is Blue. She is like the head of the club, or she helps run the club, and she has a problem already with Kimmy, because I feel like a lot of times people that are stuck in those kind of lifestyles, they can look at somebody and see that this is just a stop through for them, that they're capable of so much more, right? And I think that's what the dynamic is going on. But she doesn't like Kimmy. She's giving Kimmy a hard time, even though Kimmy and Rain are friends and the girl likes Rain. She just doesn't like Kimmy for whatever reason. And who knows, the way that these shows are written, we might find out some untold story that, is the real reason why she don't like her later on down the line. All right. So she's already getting flack for being late to work and things like that. But on the other hand, we're going to call this lady Blue because I think that's her name, but she does have blue hair as well. But anyway, Blue is helping Rain to get this butt job, and she's collecting money. Now she's going around the room, and obviously a couple of these girls are trying to do it. She said that she did it herself to get her butt the way that it was or whatever. And so Rain is just all in. She's ready to do it. Well, she looks a little hesitant, but the girl tells her that the lady could come do it tonight. So let's do it. Now, Rain and Kimmy are living in a hotel room, all right? This is where they live. And the people who are going to come over to do the butt job are going to come to their hotel room. So they worked it out to try to get Kimmy away to be busy doing something else so she wouldn't be able to stop her from doing it, because Kimmy told her that she shouldn't. But Rain is like looking at the women who have gotten it done. She wants to do it regardless of whatever the risks are being told to her. She just wants it. So in the beginning, it shows Kimmy with some guy, right? And we later find out that that guy is Roy, who is married to Mallory, who is the head of the hair care company that Kimmy applied for that scholarship with, okay? So it's already getting intertwined, right? Their lives are already getting intertwined without them even knowing it. She does not know that that's her husband yet, but we find out as viewers that Roy and Mallory are married, all right? Kimmy is the woman that he wants to do everything that he wants her to do when his wife is not around. Terrible. Now, the reason why Kimmy and Rain are even in this situation is because Kimmy got put out. She ran into Rain once she got put out, right? Rain was already living on the streets. She knew how to stay in Walmart until the lights go out so she could have somewhere to stay, and so on and so forth, right? So Rain met a guy named Angel. Angel has some type of deal for them to help run drugs, right? And they're going to make $5,000 a piece. Well, they end up getting caught, all right? And so now somehow they're in this situation and they're in debt to the people who helped them, all right? So we'll find out more about that later, but they don't have any other options as far as income because they are supposed to be working their debt. So they show us Mallory at this event, which is kind of true to the culture that we have right now of everybody doing these conferences and, whatever, right? So there's a lot of people, motivational speaking. There's a lot of people that come to the scholarship event so they can see if they are going to be the recipient. Now, Mallory is very, very nice at this event. Even when she's leaving, she's thanking everybody and things like that. She's very nice. And then she also gets served because the company is being sued by a lot of people as well. But once she gets into her vehicle after the event, she is a complete she does a complete 180 and she turns into a bitch. She cusses her security guards out. There's a man and a woman. She cusses them out. She's mad that the people were able to serve her at the event. And she actually stops them. She makes them stop the car and tells them to get out, all right, and wherever they were. And then she drives herself home. Now, while she was riding home, she got a phone call from her husband's phone. Now, meanwhile, Kimmy's over here with the husband, right? Kimmy doesn't know that that's the wife yet, but she somehow leans over to the phone and says, "Call my wife," right? And his phone responds. Obviously, he doesn't have his phone set up to where it only responds to his voice, but the phone called his wife. She answered, and then Kimmy proceeds to just talk and be with the husband. Now, Kimmy is listening to this phone call on her way home, and she accidentally hit somebody on the way home. She does stop, and she gets out, and she kind of looks, but then she gets back in the car and just goes to the house and leaves the person in the street, and it's pouring down raining, okay? That tells me a lot about her character. She is going to be an evil bitch in this series, and I'm gonna hold this against her for the whole series. If you can run somebody over and then keep going, no, your days are numbered, okay? So then they go and switch back to, we see that Kimmy finds Rain in the hotel, laying face down on her bed, kind of passed out. She didn't know whether she was alive or dead. She calling her name. She lifts up her towel and sees that her backside is in a messed up way. Okay, it's oozing and it's cans of foam all over the place, like it's towels with blood all over the place or whatever. And she thinks the worst for Rain. So the questions that we have after this episode is, who the fuck did she hit, right, and leave in the middle of that road? What's gonna happen with Rain? Did she die? Is she gonna survive from this botched like back alley butt job? And can they get out of this predicament? Because they're supposed to be working off their debt from being caught trying to run drugs through the airport. So like, how long is this agreement? They don't tell us that. Now I do want to say, like I said, I started watching Sisters, and Tyler Perry is getting really good at these soap opera like cliffhangers and the way that they drag the things on through the part. I remember watching soap operas back in the day, and like somebody could like do something on Monday and we know that it's this person, but it will go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the people on the show would not find out who was the culprit until like that day, like 5 days after we already know what's going on, right? So he's really getting better at these soap opera like drama filled shows. Now, as far as the things that were happening, I feel like it's going to be interesting enough for me to keep watching. I feel like I'm going to have a lot to say once we keep going on and things are revealed. If you like Tyler Perry stuff, I definitely recommend going on ahead and watching this series, okay? Because from what I understand, there's going to be some other parts to it. There's going to be other parts. This supposedly is part 1, but I think there are like 8 episodes uploaded already. I think this is the first season, so get that in the comments and let me know if you really still looking forward to Tyler Perry shows. Are you done with Tyler Perry? Did you start watching this show? What do you think? What do you think? All right, I'm your girl, Damita Jo, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.